Do you truly believe that you should be easygoing, undemanding, and happy with whatever you get in order to really be happy? If yes, then let me ask you, why do high maintenance women seem to get everything and even more they want and seem to be happier than everyone else on earth? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michaela and today we are talking about what high maintenance women do differently and why they are more happy than low maintenance women. Let's get into this. Many of us have been told that we should be chill, we should accept whatever we got because we should be grateful for whatever we have, and it's almost like it's a compliment to be low maintenance nowadays. But today I'm going to explain to you everything high maintenance women do differently and everything I implemented in my life, and since then I get everything I want and even more. The first thing is that high maintenance women know their worth. They would never settle for the bare minimum, they would never beg for some kind of effort because they know they deserve so much more and they also know they can get so much more. I think once you got more, you also know that you can have it, but you need to do the first step to also expect more. For example, if a guy cancels last minute, she is not saying, it's fine, let's do it another time. She is saying, I need consistency, and if you can't give me that, I'm not interested. This already is protecting you from people who are not wanting to give you more, from people who are not wanting to show effort, from people who are not really that interested. And because you set already that boundary in the very beginning, no guy will want to go further. If you already say, hey, I don't like this, I'm not interested. Next thing is they set standards and they keep them. If she says once she wants consistency, she doesn't accept hot and cold. If she says once she values respect and she notices one red flag, she doesn't even tolerate that one red flag, she is out. And that's one big difference. Low maintenance women would compromise, would understand, would try to talk it down and see it as not that bad, versus a high maintenance woman knows exactly her values, her standards, her boundaries, and she is not crossing them. And by her not crossing those boundaries, by her not crossing those standards, she's also not allowing anyone else doing that. So for example, if someone makes empty promises, if someone says more than the actions show, instead of saying it's fine, I don't want to seem too needy, you can say I value effort and I only invest in people that are also investing in me. And that's it. If a person doesn't reciprocate what you want, you have to walk away from that person. Doesn't matter who it is. The next point is attracting high quality people. As I already said, a woman who expects more already, she is filtering out people who are flaky, lazy, and not that serious. So she wouldn't even encounter and waste her energy and time with people who won't give her what she needs. And because she is on a level that embodies that respect, that standards, that boundaries, and everything that she is and she wants, she also attracts people who can give her that. If you are treating yourself with the highest respect, if you are treating yourself with the most care, with the most love, if you're treating yourself in a luxurious way, you will find people, you will attract people who will treat you the same way as you do. Then everyone in her life is showing up for her because she won't tolerate anything less. Imagine you are taking yourself out to nice restaurants, nice cafes all the time and treating yourself, and then you are dating a guy who wants to invite you to a date in McDonald's. That's now a very basic example, but Just for you to see what I mean, you would not allow someone to take you on a date to McDonald's when you yourself are going to nice restaurants, to cafes. So your level, your energy, your standards are already way higher, and a person that would invite you to a McDonald's date is either a joke to make you laugh or is not even coming in your environment. So next time someone is lacking effort, you can say, I don't chase. If they want me, they will show it. Instead of justifying their behavior, instead of making it seem not such a big deal. The next point is high maintenance women are taking care of themselves without guilt. And this has nothing to do with looks. It has to do with looks, but it's mainly about self-respect. When you are respecting yourself, you take care of how you look, how you present yourself, how you smell, how your hair are, how your teeth look. These seem very simple and basic, but believe me, taking care of yourself is setting the tone for others to take care of you, for others to respect you. You maybe think nobody sees if I'm taking supplements, nobody really sees how much water I'm drinking, nobody really notices that that's something I do in private by myself. Yes, but it shows in self-respect. When you take care of yourself in such a good way, drink your water, eat healthy, take care of your dress, take care of your skin, and smell good, and so on. It shows, honey. It shows because that's the respect you give yourself. If you're eating good because you love yourself, you want to nurture your body, it shows in your demeanor about yourself. It's not about your body, it's not about anything, but it shows if you respect yourself. If you keep overeating, you're not respecting yourself. If you keep eating junk food, you're not respecting yourself. If you keep not taking care of your hair, of your appearance, you are not respecting yourself, honey. And this has also nothing to do with men or women. I think men are the same. If you as a man are not taking care of yourself, of your appearance, of how you smell, of how you dress, of how you get out of the house, of how you talk, of how you bring yourself up, then you do not respect yourself. You can say you respect yourself, but it doesn't show because you are not doing the work that someone that respects himself is doing. So if you want to be a high maintenance woman or man, you have to take care of yourself without guilt. Investing in your skincare, investing in your supplements, investing in your hair routine, in your shower gel, in your makeup, in your dress is not something that is optional. Investing in yourself is a non-negotiable, and if you do that, if that's how you go about life, believe me, people around you will see this and will reciprocate. And also it's another way of filtering out people who are not doing the same for themselves. The next thing is a high maintenance woman is not afraid to walk away, and that's such a big topic for me too, because I always thought I do not want to walk away, I do not want to hurt people, I do not want to be hurt by losing people. But a woman who is high maintenance, who knows her worth, who knows her standards, who knows her boundaries, is not afraid to walk away of whatever doesn't serve her, of whatever doesn't do anything good to her life. You do not sit around and wait for people to change. Don't beg for attention. You don't chase anyone. You don't over-explain. You don't try to convince anyone. You simply replace a person if it doesn't fit with what you need. And that sounds harsh, but that's the truth. If you think now about two women, one woman is staying with a person that is draining her, she's trying to convince him to change, to be a better version of him, to get a better job, to believe in himself. She's almost his therapist. And then you think about a woman who was with the same guy, but she left immediately. She saw this guy is not reciprocating what she needs in her life, and now she is with her dream partner that is giving her all the love, all the attention, all the gifts, all the respect that she ever wanted in her life. So even if it sounds mean, it's actually something so basic and simple that everyone should do in order not to waste time on someone or something that is not meant for you. As I said in another video, I believe that people come into our lives for two reasons: either to be a lesson or to be a blessing. And if someone is a lesson for you, then this person is coming into your life to teach you something. And once you learned whatever this lesson was, the task is done for this person. There is no place anymore for this person in your life. So this person has to be set free. This person has no place, has nothing to do anymore in your life, because the task is done. You have done your task in the life of the other person, and the other person has done the task in your life, and that's when it's time to separate. And the difference between low maintenance woman and high maintenance woman is that a high maintenance woman, she sees it immediately. She knows it's time to let go, it's time to walk away when it's time, and she doesn't look back, and she doesn't beg, and she doesn't try to change, to defend, to whatever. She's just accepting the truth of what it is and is walking away. And you know what? I know that sounds a bit harsh and maybe cold, but that doesn't mean that high maintenance women don't have emotion and should be cold. Not at all. High maintenance women just know how to deal with their emotions. They know that pain is here to heal. Pain comes and goes, and a period of pain is a period of growth, a period of letting go someone. The grief of letting go someone is also the period of growth and making space for someone new. So at the end, that's all about confidence, and confidence makes a woman magnetic. And when you're magnetic, of course, you are attracting more people, more blessings, and more gifts in your life. So next time you're finding yourself in a similar situation, I want you to think, instead of maybe I should be patient and see if things change, you say, I don't wait for potential. If it's not working, I'm moving on. The next point that high maintenance women are prioritizing is their happiness. If you want to be high maintenance, you cannot wait for someone to make you happy, to bring you happiness, to take you out on nice dates, on nice trips, on nice holidays. You have to give yourself that already before you can even expect from someone else to do that. Because if you want to be high maintenance, you need to be already what you will be expecting from someone else. If you prioritize your happiness, you don't live for someone else, you live for yourself, and you want to make yourself happy at all costs. You have to know what makes you feel good, and you have to do what makes you feel good. And if you are focused on what makes you happy, you are also stopping to please everyone else, because you can't please everyone and make you happy. When you start to make yourself happy, you will also start to disappoint some people because they do not agree with what you want or what makes you happy, and that's completely fine. You have to stop waiting for that perfect moment to go on a holiday. You have to wait for having 10 times the money to buy that one crazy nice dress that you want for so long. You have to just do it, treat yourself, and make yourself happy. The next point, and very big point, is demanding effort in relationships. If we conclude everything we have talked about already and put this now into relationships, into romantic relationships, of course, if you want to be a high maintenance woman, you need to set your standards in relationships very high, so you can attract a man that can reach to that standards. If a man wants you, he has to prove it through actions and not just words. Everyone can promise everything through words, but actions is what you have to focus on. You have to see what are his actions showing. By doing that, you will also stop to be impressed by potential. You will only be impressed by results. So if you are, for example, dating someone who could be a good catch, who could be really nice, he's good looking, but his job is so and he's not really that man that you wish he would be. Like, he's not that masculine, he's not that worker man, he's not really having those qualities of leadership. But you're thinking, as a low maintenance woman, he can change, it's fine, he has other positive sides, I can look away from that one. But if you are high maintenance, you can't look away from a main point that is important for you. If it's important for you to have a masculine man that has a successful business and has those qualities of a masculine man, then you cannot accept a man in your life that is not having all those qualities. And because you demand effort with your demeanor, with your lifestyle, you will be also treated like a priority and not an option. So next time you're thinking, oh, maybe he's just not that good at expressing himself, you can rephrase that and say, if he would care, he would show it, and if he doesn't show it, I'm not interested. The next point is, do not play small. If you want to be high maintenance, you cannot play small. Do not downplay your success, do not downplay your beauty, do not downplay your desires or your dreams. Take up space. The space is for you. If you know your worth, if you know your desires, if you take care of treating yourself and making yourself happy over and over again, there is no other way you would not take up space and be proud of that. If you are so invested in yourself, of course you're proud of yourself. So show up as that woman that is proud of herself. The next point is, being too much is actually a good thing, and as a high maintenance woman, you should know that. If you are in a room and someone says to you, you're being too much, you know that you are in the wrong room. You refuse to make yourself smaller, to shrink, to fit in any room, because whoever says you're being too much for this room, that's the wrong room for you. And that's the same with people. If someone says to you, you're being too much, that's not your person. And that's also why a high maintenance woman is always happier than a low maintenance woman, because when you take up your space, when you are proud of yourself, when you are unapologetically being yourself and not changing yourself or composing yourself in any way to make other people comfortable, you will only be surrounded by people who actually like you for who you are and who actually get you. There are so many people out there who would get you that way, so why compromising yourself? Why making yourself smaller than what you are in order to be with smaller people? You can be with anyone, you can be surrounded by anyone, by business owners, by successful people, by stars, by superstars, but you have to be that version of yourself first. And the next and the last point is, high maintenance women have a life that excites them. How many times did I find myself in a situation where I was waiting for a man to take me out to that luxurious restaurant? How many times was I waiting for that perfect moment to get on a holiday? How many times was I waiting to simply live fully and was always pushing things away for a later moment when it's more fitting, when it's more perfect? By doing that, you are actually denying yourself to live your best life. If you want to be high maintenance, it's not something you just do by waking up and taking care of yourself. It's actually something you need to put effort in. You have to create your dream life already now. You cannot wait for a man to make your dream life happen. No, you have to wake up and think about, what do I want, what do I need in this life, and you have to make it happen. You create your beauty, you create your luxury, you create your dream life, and nobody else is responsible for that. And as a high maintenance woman, you know that you are responsible for that. And only that way you will also build a life around what you want and not what someone else is expecting from you. This is about living your best life as a woman. And if you want to call it high maintenance woman or low maintenance woman, I think it doesn't really matter. The difference is if you are respecting yourself and creating your life by intention. And if you are wanting to have more in life, if you are wanting to attract people in life who are treating you better, if you want to have a life that fulfills you, that makes you wake up every morning full of excitement, and that makes you look in the mirror and you think, wow girl, you're so beautiful, I'm so proud of what you have created, then these steps that I mentioned in the past 30 minutes are really, really important. And please forget about high maintenance, low maintenance. I just use this term right now because it's an easier way of explaining the differences, but I think you get me. It has nothing to do with being high or low maintenance, but it has so much to do with how much you respect yourself and how much you love yourself. I hope this video could help you. I hope you can implement some of the points in your daily life, and I hope you will start to attract more happiness, more beauty, and more blessings in your life. Thank you so much for watching. I see you in my next video and I love you so much. Bye bye.